Welcome to Inspiring Today, a channel that will inspire, inform, educate, and motivate you for a successful life. Today, I'm the host. I know that you are wondering, I'm not the usual host, but I will be hosting the host of the show. And we'll be knowing the journey he's taken from the 0 subscriber to 1,000. And I know that more are coming. You will discover all of this in our ongoing interview. Take a seat and grab a soda, grab something, a drink, so that you may follow the journey of this young entrepreneur that has started this channel to inspire, to motivate you, to educate you, and to encourage you to go to I want to welcome my brother and also the host of Inspiring Today, Mr. Joseph. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Joseph Msoda.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, and it's an honor to be hosted by you.
That's great. So today, our viewers would like to know, to hear about your journey, to hear who you are, and maybe to discover more of you, because they've been seeing you on their phones, on their TVs, and they want to know who really you are. Who are you?
Yes, personally, that's a good question. Personally, I'm Joseph Musoda. That's my official name. Those are my official names. And I am a young man. I am a certain age that I will not disclose here. But I am also a young man like my viewers, because YouTube shows me that over 40% of my viewers are 18 to 24, so I'm also a young man like you in that age bracket, and I live in a very big family of over 9 people, 9 siblings. So this is my biggest blood bro, so it's an honor to have him on the show.
It is an honor to have you also, the young brother. Also, we would like to know, what is Inspiring Today? Can you tell us more about Inspiring Today? People just hear inform, educate, but is it bigger than what we hear, or it's just limited on a channel on YouTube?
Oh, so Inspiring Today is a platform, by the way, and a common mistake that I myself and other people take or make is calling it only a channel. Inspiring Today is not a channel. Inspiring Today is a platform or an organization that I created. You know, when we are creating things newly, we make a lot of mistakes, we'll make a lot of errors, but it's normal. It's normal, because those are the ones which lead us to a successful point. So Inspiring Today is bigger than even Joseph here. Is bigger than you think. So Inspiring Today is not just limited on this YouTube channel, but Inspiring Today is a platform that is willing to touch all the nations.
That's very interesting. What came into your mind when you created this channel? I would like our viewers would like to know what was in your mind for you to start up this channel, because you could have named it any other thing, and as you said, you are still in the young bracket. 18 to 24 is still very young, and as we know, in the generation we live in, and if even the country you are living in, not every young people are doing such a thing to inspire others. What came into your mind to start up this channel?
What came into my mind? It was a certain June. Let me summarize it. It was a certain June of it was the June of 2020, the year that we have finally concluded of it's done. So it was that June when the pandemic was really tight, and nothing, the schools were closed, everything was really shut down. So I was sitting one day at home, and I asked myself, really, people are like, they don't know what's next. Like, what can we do in this hard time, the time that the world is passing a financial, how can I say, a financial depression or instability, I can say. So I came up with this idea, why can't I use what I I do best, at least what I do best. Because if you check me in football, I don't play football. If you check me in other areas, I'm not there. So why can't I do this thing which when I do is appreciated by people? And the first person who made me discover that I can do it best is the man that we are sitting with here. So whenever I used to public speak, whenever whether it's an event or whether it's what, a small thing, he'd say, wow, you good speaker, you have nice logic, those words are nice, so you're good. And I discovered, why can't I do that? I have a Facebook account and I can do this.
Oh, that's great. But you've just mentioned something that is interesting. You say during the pandemic, I know that during the pandemic is the time that people were discouraged, people were anxious, people were stressed, but you found out an energy to do something. And you say because schools were opened. Let me ask you, what are you studying? Are you still a student? Are you at a university? Are you still in secondary school or anything like that? Though I won't ask maybe the class or the institution, but what's about your school or career or experience?
Actually, I can say about that. Going back to the lockdown, the previous question is that yes, the pandemic was one of the chances for me to get this to the public, for me to get out inspiring to the public, because I had enough time to set everything. But the pandemic doesn't mean that it's over when I go back to school, because I'm still a student. I'm still in a secondary school or high school to some countries. So I'm still a student, I'm still learning. But it doesn't mean that inspiring, when I go back to school, inspiring today stops.
That's very interesting. You know, it's really motivating when you know that young people believe that you don't need to wait until you have your degrees to inspire or to start up something, and it's something encouraging. And I know that even our viewers, there are some who have dreams, and maybe to encourage them to go on. Let me ask you maybe more about, because we are talking about you, mostly about inspiring today. What is the vision or any mission, any objective that you have for inspiring today?
Basically the vision or the mission of inspiring the vision, first of all, let me start with the vision. The vision of inspiring today is to make a platform, an open platform for everyone, or for every young man or woman, for them to express and explore themselves for their success. That's the mission. Then that's the vision. Then the mission is to use all the possible resources that are there for them to be successful.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So do you work alone or within Inspiring Today, or you partner with other people or other organizations?
First of all, I would like to acknowledge, maybe this is the part that I could acknowledge, some organizations or some big figures that have played a major role for Inspiring Today. First of all, I work with other young men, and one of them is 𝐸𝐽𝐻𝐸𝐴. Always in the video at the end, if you watch up to the full video, 𝐸𝐽𝐻𝐸𝐴, he has been our director since the first video and our videographer. The second, that's not an organization, that's just a name, that's a brand as 𝐸𝐽𝐻𝐸𝐴. So the second one is HANNIEL Ministries. HANNIEL Ministries. HANNIEL Ministries on the side of Josue Musoda. So whenever we talk of Josue Musoda, we see HANNIEL Ministry. So Josue Musoda has also played this great role for what you're seeing now, for Inspiring Today, for seeing Inspiring Today the way it is. So, and other people that I will be bringing up slowly by slowly.
That's very interesting. Maybe one day we will have also to interview 𝐸𝐽𝐻𝐸𝐴 and to know who he really is, not just a man behind the camera, but who has also interesting stories, I can tell, because I know him. So let me ask you another question. What are the values that you think you pass through Inspiring Today? We are living in a generation that is a little bit confused now. there is politics, there is economy, there is religion, and people are kind of confused, especially young people. What are the values that you pass to them? What is the message, the core message that you pass to young people or to your audience through the platform that you have now?
So I thank God that I finally have this platform. At least I can have, if you have 2 or 3 people that you know you can speak to, then it's a blessing, it's a favor from God. So I really thank God for that. And the question that you have asked, what are the values? We stand on, we are not, first of all, let me clarify this. We are not a Christian-based organization, but we are just a non-profit organization that stands on Christian values. First of all, me myself, I'm a Christian. You may be a Muslim or a Catholic, but here at Inspiring Today, we believe that those values that Christianity promotes or are the core values for someone. Before even we talk of other motivations or what, those are the values that can make a better citizen or can make a successful person.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Since this video is being made today, we are Christian, especially in the Christian world, they are celebrating the Easter or Passover. What is the message? What do you think, considering the figure, the biggest figure in the Christianity, which is Jesus, who is Jesus Christ? What can you take? What does Christ himself as a man who lived once and lived in a generation that was not also that easy?
Yeah.
What do you take from him as inspiring? What does his life inspires to you and that you pass through to the audience?
As a Christian, I can say it's in an aspect of a Christian. This is Passover, and we are in a generation where everyone is doing what they want and they feel that liberty, but the reality will always be the reality. The truth will always be the truth. So what I can pick from as our role model, every Christian, we should pick Christ as our role model. What I can tell the viewers of Inspiring Today is he was such a persistent man. He didn't give up though the challenges, relating it to Inspiring Today. So he didn't, as our role model, we pick that lesson that him, though passing through difficulties, he didn't give up or he didn't back down because he saw the challenges, but he confronted them and faced them, and he's Christ.
Yeah, that's very interesting because I know that normally our viewers are not used to long videos, so we make sure that we make a short video. Let me ask, can you give us any fun fact about Inspiring Today?
A fun fact, which one should I tell you? A fun fact about us in Inspiring Today, I think that's the question.
Yeah.
Once, not even once, there are some times in the last year that I used to even shoot without eating. So I used to shoot like a full episode without me eating the whole day. So I was maybe in a fasting season, then I fast while shooting. But I thank God that I've passed through that and I'm here today.
That's very interesting fact. Let's hope you ate before you came here. Anyway, so maybe a quick question. What do you see Inspiring Today in the 3 years to come? Where do you see in terms of as Inspiring Today in general, but also as the channel, the YouTube channel of Inspiring Today? Is there any number, any target in the coming 3 years?
Yes, I can project that. Let me tell the Joseph of 5 years from now. In 5 years to come, I believe, let me talk of growth-wise, I believe by that time I'll be in over, may God help me, over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Inspiring Today as an organization, I believe that we shall have reached our missions of touching more lives, and we shall have reached a lot of people than currently. And in terms of Joseph, you'll have grown bigger and better.
That's interesting, and I hope also something that when we have on Inspiring Today, we will have other interesting stories, maybe people who have been impacted, inspired by this channel, by this message that we promote here. So we are almost ending our show today, and I would like you to, if you have anyone to give a big up to, anyone to, any last message for the viewers and your audience.
Oh, finally the interview is done, but I didn't want it to get over, but I would like to give a shout out to my all the fans around the world. You have made us who we are. I hear messages from we have never reached. It's an interesting fact that I will share that screenshot of you in my YouTube studio of the audience we have. Bangladesh, I don't know where. So I really appreciate your support, and I couldn't do this without you. Let me give a shout out to HANNIEL Ministries. So that's it's the sponsor of the video, but they have made this video. So thank you, HANNIEL Ministries, and I urge all of you to go and support HANNIEL Ministries on Facebook, Twitter, hopefully TikTok and Facebook, and you will hear a great message of imparting grace. So let me give a shout out to also my brother Christian Musoda. That's MC Piano on Facebook and YouTube. Go and subscribe to his channel. He has great videos of music, and you'll be entertained. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Joseph. Maybe last word to our viewers. I know that it's your first time you are watching this video, but we have a plenty playlist of videos, and you can check them. Just make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and also invite your friends. This is a generation when we need to take the message to a lot of people, because many people want to be motivated. And thank you so much, and maybe next time we have a cool time. Happy Easter.
You do likewise.